first started this project, how many people came up to me who were full of, you know what, talking about what they could do for me, who they knew, and all of that.
Sometimes you have a lot of fat that don't need to be there.
But I'm from New Haven. I was raised in the projects. I know BS when I hear it. We had actors from all over the place.
I was just going to say that. There was a local channel, CTV. I don't think it's on anymore.
I remember CTV.
That was the only thing that really I seen in the town that was inspiration. Like, oh, this dude's from the city doing film.
I believe that somebody has to start somewhere.
Sure.
Somebody has to be the person to say, you know what, I'm gonna be the harbinger of this thing. We have to share in the losses and the wins.
True.
And the only way that you're gonna get on is by winning.
Welcome to the show. This is the Colette Show, where you love and laugh with the Duboses. I'm your host, Colette Dubose. My father is on a gig right now, so I'm going to hold it down. P.O.P., hold it down. I'm here with the Marblehead Series, the new film coming out shortly. I'm here with the director, scriptwriter, and the one and only, we call him the Jay-Z, the producer of it all. Please mention your names and who you are.
Hi, I'm Jeff Bell. I'm the executive producer.
Daryl Bellamy, director.
I'm Mello Ali, the screenwriter.
And we are once again here with Marble Series Productions. I am happy to be here. Jeff and I actually had some correspondence months ago.
We did.
Months ago. I thought you forgot all about me. I said, man, who's calling me? Jeff? I said, oh, he kept his word.
I did.
You kept your word. You made your word now. I said,
did.
man, okay, he hit me back. I got to hit him back. So I'm happy to be here with you all. We are all natives, as we came across. I'm from the port now, Bridgeport, born and raised from the concrete. But you guys are all from New Haven.
Yes, we are.
You're all from New Haven. And before we dive into the project, of course, introduce yourselves. So everyone gets to know who you are personally outside of Marbleheads. Just give us a little brief introduction of who you are, starting with Jeff.
Okay, sure. So again, my name is Jeff Bell. I actually work for the government. I'm private contractor for the government. Been doing that for a long time. And Marblehead is kind of a side thing that we decided to do, this three guys here. And that's basically it. I'm a pretty boring guy, to be honest with you. Nothing too excited about me, so I'll keep it to the guys that are exciting.
Jeff say that, and he come out his sleeve a little, hey, I got a next little movie for you. I got a whole new big three. I'm like, okay, all right.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right, I'm Daryl Bellamy, photographer, videographer, director, do graphic design, can do some music. Do a lot of things, so yeah.
A one-stop shop.
Yeah.
And everyone needs photographers, videographers, well, streaming a little bit too, right?
Right.
It's big in the streaming world. Have you been kind of dibbling dabbling with that?
I've done streaming years ago. I do want to get back into it, but right now, you know.
Where is that? You can be the next Drewski, the Kai Sinet, the A, B, and Dean.
I'm trying to be the first Daryl Bellamy.
Yeah, I know that's right. It's my brother over here to my left.
Yeah, so I'm Mello Ali. I work in the healthcare, but I'm a freelance writer. That's my passion. And doing film productions with my brother here. We got a few projects we're working on, so that's my passion.
That's wonderful. And you with healthcare as well, so that we always need somebody in healthcare that's really attentive and, helping each other out. But how do you guys all connect? How do you guys all connect the dots coming to Marblehead? How did it happen? Introduce how it actually happened. How this actually all came to life.
So, It was meant to be, so to speak. So my stepmother had a birthday, and Daryl was there, and someone mentioned that hey, he put out this project on YouTube, this film project, and I said, oh, and I was always thinking about my book. I wrote this book in 2006. Always wanted to bring it to screen, but I just needed the right time, and the timing was right. I had the money put away. I had been putting the resources away for quite a number of years. And so we just started talking. And, Daryl was a quiet guy. He just kind of listened and was looking at me. I was like, this guy's not interested, but he's my nephew. He's my brother's. This is my brother's son as well.
All related.
Well,
outside of me, I'm
but he's related, but he's
not male thing, but that's blood. I got you. Okay, I got you.
And so we decided we have a meeting about it. And he said, hey, I got somebody that's a screenwriter. That was Mello. He immediately off the bat mentioned him. And so we had a meeting at my house. And from there, we just took off. And then literally within, that party was in June. By August, we had the meeting. By December, we were already shooting.
What year was this?
22.
Oh, 22. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that's kind of how you guys all came together and came with the idea. If you had to give me, each and every one of you guys, give me a brief give me a brief intro of what this actual series or this film is. You had to give me an intro, description. What would it be individually? Your takes on it.
So my take on it, so it's...
Like, how would you describe it?
Because it was personal to me when I wrote it, because I wrote it, so I kind of feel it.
Right.
When I wrote it, I never thought that it would be realistic to as of right now.
Right.
And the current economic environment, the problems that people are going through, layoffs and people having no control of the destiny of their life. I think this is what this film is about. And I think people are going to be surprised how much it touches them, because we all know somebody that has either lost a job, has lost a house because they lost a job, healthcare, and so on and so forth. So I think we have a lot more power than we know.
Yeah.
As a collective. Mm-hmm. And I think that's personally to me is power for the collective.
Awesome. What's your take?
My take on it, I give it like a modern day Robinhood story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Elaborate on that. What you mean?
Rob the rich, feed the poor.
Facts. Okay, facts. A little bit of that shot to us, extortion going on.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I get from it. And it's like stuff that's really going on in the world today,
Yeah.
So that's my take.
Absolutely.
I would say it reminds me of Spook Who Sat by the Door. If anybody's seen that film, I recommend it because it's an adaptation. And when I read Jeff's book, I thought of that film, which was also a book as well. And it was also an independent film. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of synchronicities between that book and this film. I recommend it.
Absolutely. So this is actual novel.
Yes.
So before it's a film, it's a novel.
Yes.
So did you write the novel?
I wrote the novel.
Really?
Yes,
what
ma'am.
Year? What year was
2006.
2006.
20 years ago.
Okay. And what inspired you to write that novel? Was any experience that you had that was like, hey, I want to write about my life, or this is just...
Well, it was kind of a mixture of a story and realistic people that I knew.
Oh.
So the actual recon characters, I was in the military as well for 9 years. So...
Thank you for your service.
It's okay. I would do it again if I had to.
Okay.
But not right now.
Not
right now.
With it, yeah.
And it was a mixture of what I saw from my own eyes and then what was going on, because it was in 2006, this was right before the great financial crash,
right,
2007, 2008, but it was already in the process. And I'm a finance guy by trade. Mm-hmm. So I was looking at economically and we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And, I just kind of got an idea and I said, well, I'll just keep writing. And I wrote the ending first.
Okay.
I wrote how the ending was, and then I just wrote backwards, pretty much.
Is it all pretty much, is it fictional a little bit? Is it kind of,
It's a mixture. It's some truth to it, a lot of truth to it, as far as on the financial market side, politics, things like that. But then the characters, there's some embellishment of characters because Hollywood type things. So, but yeah, that's I wrote it, and again, I'm ashamed to say, so to speak, that nothing's changed in 20 years.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. Nothing has changed. And if you were to, it's kind of stemming away from the film a little bit, because let's get into it. This podcast, I want to also give information that can help others too, right?
Correct.
So you've done a little bit of financing.
I've done a lot of financing.
A lot of it, right? So with what we're seeing today, with a lot of the economy going up and down, right? It's pretty much going more so down than up, but is it more of a benefit for those who are in those certain tax brackets, right? Because those who are middle-aged or lower class, average, we are the ones getting affected the most.
Right.
But if you up there, with the Teslas and, you up there with the Trumps, you really don't see that effect as much. What would you suggest for those to kind of help finance and save and get themselves in a better position versus to where we are now? What would you suggest?
I would suggest people push back their expectations on stuff consumer-wise. Stop buying everything.
It's tough.
And it's also tough to be homeless.
Facts.
Okay, so you got there's expectations and there's reality.
Yeah,
and a lot of people they're not realistic. You have to look at environments and what they're giving you.
Yeah,
if you see this environment is taking, then you need to put yourself as a priority first and start putting your money away, saving your money. Doesn't have to be a lot, but it has to be you look at yourself first.
Yeah.
And if you don't, if you're spending money you don't have, and everybody knows a budget, but they never say, oh, I'm going to stick to a budget because I'm going to always make money. Well, then you lose your job.
Yeah.
So you need to be cognizant of what's happening around you, and also look at almost just cheaply doing things.
Right.
Honestly, I mean,
yeah, you gotta be.
you know, do you need coffee every day from Dunkin' Donuts? Do you need the $7 to Starbucks? Do you need to go out and eat every day? I mean, and I'm talking like some old head because I am. I grew up poor, so I know poverty. So I know how to also save money.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
you know, I do believe that people have a lot more power in their own finances, but they kind of get caught up in trying to be somebody that they're not and trying to impress people who don't care.
Yeah, that's true. And we're in this world today where everything is fast processed, right? Everything's microwave, everything's at your fingertips, you know, so everyone is looking at those results, but not really seeing what goes into it in the back end, you know?
Right.
So go back to the production, the film.
Mhm.
This film is dedicated to your brother, right? So your
Yes, it
brother
is.
and the director's father. So how did his sudden passing deepen the emotional urgency of telling the story? You know, and also too with your hometown.
How did it deepen the emotional urgency?
Yes.
Just gave like a drive to cause my father, the one that really just put us together to create this project. He wanted us to, he was excited about it. He's like, yo, you need to link with your Uncle Jeff. He want to work. He want to do this project. So it just gave me like, all right, we got to make sure we putting together something that's going to be powerful and memorable, you know?
Right.
It's something he'd be proud of.
Yeah, something
As well.
to be
My
proud of.
condolences as well. My
Yeah,
condolences
thank you,
as well.
appreciate it.
And you guys are doing an awesome job too, because not only you're putting, you know, you're creating your, you know, utilizing your gift to create avenues, but you're also showing people that, hey, we in Connecticut, we got it. Connecticut got it. To be honest with you, we have so much talent here, from music to sports, right? To film, production, you know, to corporate world, but we get overlooked a lot. Overlooked New York right there, overlooked because we have the Atlantas, the Georgias, you know, so we actually have so much talent here that we also don't display it enough. I do think that we also go out to different states and we kind of get our reign there, but we all are here. Born and raised, you know, so it's great to actually utilize that and start within your family.
Right.
If you have a family, I would definitely say so before outsourcing, try to utilize something within your family. Create that generational wealth.
Right.
You know, create that stem where you can actually say, hey, instead of me going out and paying someone, let me go ahead and see if my uncle do it. Let me see if my brother will go ahead and ride with me. Let me see my best friend go ahead and make things happen. You know, that's what family's for. You know, so you did mention this back, 2022 when you first written this?
Yeah, 22.
22, right.
Well, when we first wrote the
was
script,
2006.
2006, we wrote the book.
Right.
Yes.
So it
Correct.
took you about 3 years, I would say, regarding to the filming wise, the filming production.
So it wouldn't have usually taken that long, but we wrote a lot. I mean, we had a lot of episodes, and we tried to strictly, well, ask him. He's the one, he was the screenwriter. So
Right.
as far
So
as
how did it take? How long did it take you overall to really, I would say, grasp everything, get it all finalized?
From reading the book to adapting it?
Yep.
Well, the book was actually good. I'm not just saying that because Jeff is here. It was actually a really good book, and I enjoyed reading it. So I took my time to let it digest.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say we wrote about 10 episodes, and we scratched 2, left us with 8 episodes.
yeah. And I think we're going to end up with like
Yeah.
5 or 6 at the most.
So I would
the way
say
we're condensing.
maybe, I don't have a timeline. We've done so much, maybe a few months, 4 or 5 months maybe.
Yep. I
Possibly.
would say that's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And what determines you guys cutting it? Can you mention you kind of scrapped a couple of scenes here and there? What makes you guys fall in love with a scene and say, hey, this is not it? I love it, but I just can't fit it in.
Let me do it.
What about cutting scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta weigh them out, you know. Sometimes you have a lot of fat that don't need to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Dialogue
you know,
heavy that you don't need.
let's just take this out and replace this with that, or, you know, just to shorten it up a little bit.
Do you guys keep some of the scenes though and say, hey, this one is a really great scene, but I can't really utilize it. Can I go ahead and just like put it into like behind the scenes shots? You know, you can utilize it in some different form or action.
Yeah, we got a lot of deleted scenes.
Yeah, because those hit too. You look
they
at
do.
them deleted scenes, they be raw.
And some scenes we shot multiple times, so we got different takes with different actors.
Different angles. I know, right? Yeah, we got rid of one
So-
person and changed it to another person, and so we have 2 different actors for one character. And but
okay.
but we only used one character, of course.
Got you.
But
Okay. And what kept you committed to building this, I would say, the industry, staying true to New Haven, doing everything in New Haven? What kept you committed to that, you know, instead of going to Atlanta, to going to New York? Because Atlanta has too. why everyone goes to Atlanta is because they have a tax bracket, right? The tax cut. Right. And they have the resources. And New York is New York. So what's say, hey, I'm going to stay here in my hometown. It's not that big. We got, our resources. But why you didn't say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and make it happen. Go to Hollywood, go to Atlanta, go to New York.
So I believe that somebody has to start somewhere.
Sure.
Somebody has to be the person to say, you know what, I'm going to be the harbinger of this thing. And that was me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that New Haven is going to be the next Atlanta or it's going to be the next New York. But we can damn sure give it a try. I mean, it's not something that's so far-fetched. And we had actors from all over the place.
I was just going to say that.
So it's not about, and especially in this kind of digital technology world, the world is so much closer. I had people from England, Germany, willing to fly over on their dime.
Wow.
To audition.
Right.
Not even get guaranteed a part, to audition.
Wow.
So, and I think the thing that's going to have to be the change in this is you're going to have a product that's worth it.
Yep.
You're going to have something that people are going to look at and be like, you know what? I'm willing to put time, effort, and resource into this thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I think with Melo's writing skills, Daryl's, vision and his ability to see things, and my organization, I'm an organizer. That's what I do. And a team is only as strong as links. And so, when you get a good, strong team, you try to maintain that. And that's what I think is going to drive New Haven. And the thing about New Haven, too, not to kind of get off topic, is they don't collaborate correctly.
Yeah.
Like everybody, and that's even Bridgeport, too.
That's Connecticut, to be honest. A lot of small towns in general, to be honest. Yeah.
They don't collaborate, and then everybody's very territorial. Mm-hmm. Like, I want my shine, I want my, my time in the sun, and I don't care about none of that. Yeah. My thing is I want to put out a quality product, and I don't care about the notoriety or the popularity. I don't care about that. I want to be, when somebody says, hey, you're the guy that wrote this, you're the guy that put this project together, I want to be able to look at them and say, yeah, and I'm proud I did it.
Yeah, you got your name on it. And going back to that too, you mentioned a while back, you said you and Wes Mathis. I had Wes Mathis on the podcast as well. Y'all used to ball.
Yeah.
The ball.
Well, I didn't ball against, only in the park. Only in the park.
But
only in the park. Yeah.
I think Jordan came to the park too. He came to Follow Panic. He played out there with you guys too. So you mentioned how we was always somewhat distant, right? It was very competitive.
Yeah.
We literally are
18 miles apart.
18 miles apart, literally bumping heads. Then when we go, we try to reach out to get the recognition. We try to reach out to kind of get that trophy, that crown per se, Like you said, we all grew up from the same concrete. We all playing the same paths. Like, why are we not holding each other down? Yeah. And that's really important. I think with the state of Connecticut, we have to continue to do that, build that. Don't run to New York. Do what you got to do. Don't get it twisted now. Right. If it's out there, it's out there. Go for it. But also too, don't be afraid to kind of still build in your own backyard.
Correct.
So that's very important. And also too, what do you guys think in Connecticut in general that we can do to really help highlight, or what can they correct to make this, that we're talking about creators, innovators, to really make it that state, to build it into like a New York, into a actual Georgia, where we can have these revenues and the resources to be who we are without having us going out of pocket so much and having us beat the pavement. What can Connecticut do to help, I would say, facilitate that?
I want, like you were saying, a lot of the people from New York come to audition for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
It's so crowded up there.
Yeah.
So
no, this is perfect. Let me know if my levels are good.
Got a beautiful city, man.
Oh man, New Haven's lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Bad rap in the crime. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Mic check.
It gives us a bad rap. It overshadows the positive
stuff that we do.
Bridgeport too. Yeah.
A lot of people here don't appreciate their city.
Yeah, like you're creating an example that hasn't been set before. There's no dude that did besides
Get that.
Besides, what's his name?
Mm-hmm. Let me hear that. Yeah.
CTV guy. Remember we used to have CTV?
Yeah.
What was his
Not to do that, dude.
Not do that. The other one, Cousin Twiz.
Cousin Twiz, yeah. Twiz, that's my boy.
Guy I've ever seen as a child.
All right, maybe Twiz. Bing was doing his thing too.
Mm-hmm. They all locals. Are they all locals?
Yeah.
Haven. Mm-hmm.
There was a local channel, CTV. I don't think it's on anymore.
I heard about CTV. Yeah.
That was the only thing that really I seen in the town that was inspiration. Like,
really?
this dude's from the city doing film.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Besides that,
what kind of film they was doing? What kind of film they was shooting?
It was like a DVD.
It was
smack
Rap battles,
freestyling,
freestyles.
In the hood, freestyles,
Yeah.
bump fights. That was the era, bump fights.
fights.
That was
What's that? What's bum fight?
When bums fight, they make bums fight.
Bums fight.
Bum fight.
No.
Bum fight.
It was a DVD called Bum Fights. That was the era.
Like
You remember
the
that?
homeschoolers fighting.
Yeah, but they had an era where that was.
Yeah,
That was the thing. They kind of still do it now.
The DVD era.
They have like the
Yeah,
little
Florida, right?
right in Florida. They have like a little hot chip, and then we have like you'll give you $5 hot chip, and they be trying to fight for the bills. You know what I mean? The hot chip thing, you know. But
Kimbo
content.
got popped on.
anything, you know what's so crazy? YouTube in this streaming world, like you mentioned, we already been doing it. We already been doing it, just old school on a analog type video recording. But that's literally what we be doing already.
And you wasn't getting paid as much.
He wasn't getting paid.
Unless you were selling DVDs out the back of your car. So
Right.
That was the thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But going back to my question is, what do you think Connecticut could correct, to allow for us to have these looks that really give us the shine? Like you said, 'cause we've been doing it for so long.
So my whole thing, I'm gonna go back to collaboration and sharing. Okay? Now I know how much it costs to do a film.
True.
It's a lot, right? Now if you share that cost and that that burden with other people who have the diligence and also the foresight to be like, hey, if I get with this person, 3 of us, it's a lot easier than one person.
Right.
And I think that is the problem. Everybody, again, I'm gonna say it again, everybody wants to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. It's like, listen, I want to, and I can tell you personally, when we first started this project, how many people came up to me who were full of, you know what,
Yep.
talking about what they could do for me, who they knew and all of that. And I knew they were lying. I mean, people, they sleep on me because I listen first.
Yep.
And then I'm just like, I'm from New Haven. I was raised in the projects.
Yeah.
I know BS when I hear it.
Right.
Okay, so we have to share in the losses and the wins.
True.
And the only way that you're gonna get on is by winning.
That's true. That's true. But you get to know how to lose the game.
Yeah, but
lose
we've been
the
losing
game.
for a while.
We have. Well, here's the thing though too. Like you guys mentioned, like off mic, is we really been up low key. To be honest, we just have not been publicized about it, right? So that's what I'm trying to say is, what can Connecticut do? When I say Connecticut, not just us.
Right.
What can the actual state do to actually help represent? Because a lot of our money is going to these stadiums. A lot of our money is going to gentrifying our communities. But what can we do to say, hey, this is who we are. We want to stand. What can you do like you do in Georgia? They cut taxes for Georgia, so they go ahead and be able to
But
build.
they're doing it now in
create,
Connecticut as well, right? Aren't they having
just started.
there was some type of I wouldn't say assistance or some type of what is that, a benefit to filming in Connecticut
That's
now?
every state.
Yeah,
Is
but
that new?
but now
Is that
they're
recent? That's new?
yeah, but they're really
Okay.
publicizing it now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people are
They
actually
need
knowing
it.
about
Like,
it.
yeah, like we should have to come out of pocket so much and still pay taxes to the state that we live in. It's ridiculous.
No, they
You know
gonna
what
get
I
their
mean?
money.
It's so much pimping you could do. So much pimping we could do. But you mentioned a good statement too about New Haven. I want to hear a little bit more about that. What your take is on that? About
I was basically saying that when you asked about New Haven, far as inspiration, like we're setting an example and creating something we haven't seen as children, young dudes, fairly young, doing film from the neighborhood, same experiences, survived the struggle, everybody been through the struggle, and actually doing film and doing it the right way professionally. I've never seen it, so I feel like we're creating an example that hasn't been done before.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you guys didn't go to school for this. This is all natural gift, natural talent. So have you guys been to?
Well, I've went to school for film,
Okay.
but I didn't at the same time, you get what I mean?
Okay. 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
No, it's a long story. So my school was actually, I don't want to throw them on the bus, but it was a scam. Literally though, they got in trouble, people been sued. So
Yeah,
I learned it, but what I took from it was the roots, the basics. I
The
know
foundation,
basics.
yeah.
And meeting my guy C's, that reawakened the things I learned prior, because I took a lot of years off.
Y'all
I
met in school?
No.
Oh, okay.
We met naturally just working out. And that week I said to myself, I'm going to start writing again. I met this guy the same week. So it was organic. And he was like, yo, I've been looking for a writer. We started off with our first project and then we met Jeff later on. So everything's been organic.
Organic, yeah. And what made you guys, because you put, for example, we don't need New York. We don't need Boston, right? We don't need these states. What made you want to stand on you guys' own creativity in New Haven? Keeping it in home. want to say, hey, I want to stay here. Because like you said, you can always go out, branch out. Have you guys branch out? Have you guys had some partnerships in other states?
No, I refuse to do them.
They come to us. Like I said, they come to us.
So, good. You want me to go?
No, I was just saying they come to us.
Yeah, they do
facts.
actually.
They
So
see what we
the word, I guess the word got out.
How did you guys promote that? How was your promotion?
Well, so it's the beauty of having actors from all over the place. They were our biggest marketers.
Word of mouth.
Yes.
It still works.
Yes, it does.
Word of mouth still works. Okay.
So for me, I always wanted. I'm a person that researches everything. I like to like get information, and use it wisely.
Right.
Now, one of the things I always remembered or always read before I even started doing this was the lack of control that a lot of people have because they didn't have the money.
True. That's facts.
And if you have control over your project, that means that you have control over its destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always wanted. And so that's why I really didn't reach out to anybody. But after we started and after people kind of saw that we were serious, because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. When I first started this, I was terrified because I knew what the hell I was doing. I had these guys who knew, Daryl knew how to shoot.
Yep.
This guy knew how to put pen to paper and make sense of scenes, and I was the organizer. So I stuck to what I was good at and learned.
Yeah.
And I'm a quick study, so I kept learning.
Mm-hmm.
And then your confidence comes when you learn.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, I could do this now. And then it started to exude that confidence. Other people saw it. They saw that we weren't playing. And then they started seeing the work.
Yeah.
And then the work spoke for itself, as it's doing right now.
And how was the casting? How was the casting production? How's the progress doing the casting? Directors, right. How was that? Was that stressful? You were like, man, this guy is trash. And you're like, yo, it's so much fire in here. I don't know who to get. Well, he was like, spill the tea a little bit. How was that progress?
I mean, to me, I don't know how they feel, but I enjoyed the casting. That was like my favorite part.
Really?
Because you get to see the possibilities of each person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, so as a writer, I probably enjoyed the most because I see the story of the actors. So when you see, like when you write a story, you have the story, but until you get the actor, you don't really have the story. The actor sort of creates the story sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just for me.
For me, I did like the casting. The first, we did like 3 in person, right?
Okay.
So the first 3 in persons, it was exciting because that was the first time like we ever did like casting from our previous project. We just went with people we knew, then we didn't want to do that for this project. So we want to do everything to the T.
Yep.
So I enjoyed like the casted part. It was just a lot to go through and try to put characters and faces together to make it make sense.
How long it took you all to really nail it down and say, I got it? How long it took you guys to really finalize that?
From the first day of audition to maybe like 2 months, a month.
Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah.
Couple of months?
Yeah, like 2 months because we kind of went through the people that but I gotta tell you something that I didn't know until for this casting thing. No one does in-person casting anymore.
Really?
No. Everything is done through a video. You go through a website, Backstage, or they call it Direct Submit. There's different websites for actors. And you put your project out there and people audition for your project.
Right.
And you pick the people, which we used afterwards, which is what we could probably got 85% of our cast from Backstage. But the actors that came were surprised that we did it in person.
Really?
They were like, nobody does this anymore. What was so then I was like,
oh
man, we like the Model T and everybody's driving Ferraris. I didn't know.
Well, you prefer that though? You prefer like to have the in-person? Because back in it's a casting calls for modeling. Now they have more virtual,
show how hungry they were to show up.
Yeah, it was. I do
like it more
but it was more efficient. The digital part. It was definitely more efficient for me.
Yeah, true. Because there's so much editing going on in this world too. You don't know if that's a little bit, you touched on, you touched up a little bit and show up and like, yo, who this nigga? You know what I mean? So it's like you prefer to have in-person one-on-one so I know exactly who you're dealing with, if it's raw, if it's real, and you guys shot a lot of it in New Haven, but you also said throughout Connecticut too. I think Bridgeport, right? Yeah, all that good stuff. What local influences shaped the world of the film? Like what states and places that you guys been at to use like, hey, I have to get this shot and the reason for it?
Well, downtown New Haven, we shot downtown New Haven quite a bit, actually.
So it's like you're the director, right? So what made you pick out these areas that really shape and get the zhuzh of the film? Like what made you say, hey, I want to do here in Bridgeport, I want to do over here, downtown New Haven?
Depending on what it costs.
That's straight right?
Straight
Jeff talk about money. Jeff talk about the cost. I don't know, man.
Right? It is, definitely. Definitely cut the
You don't
cost.
got gas when you can't show up and you can't be in a shot today,
All right. New Haven's just original. It got an original, authentic look.
Yes.
That you can't really get nowhere else, you know? So that's one of the reasons, that even the neighborhoods, it's
like raw.
Yeah, it's just, you can tell it's an East Coast city, but what's the East Coast city is it? Like,
right.
you know?
That's facts. I'm not gonna lie. You trying to look at the street signs, it's, you know what I mean, license plates, like, hey, wait, what's side of town they
That's
from?
Connecticut.
Yeah, like
And a lot of people don't know it's black people out here. I traveled all over California. You from Connecticut? Where that's?
yeah, they like, where that's at, right? You gotta say,
You gotta
after
say
New York.
Yale.
Right,
You
right,
gotta say
right.
Yale. Then,
right.
oh, I know.
Close to New York.
Close to New York, right. You gotta kind of always say, like, after I gotta give them the whole tri-state, you know, Jersey, New York, Connecticut. I'm like, yo, where that at?
Mello, what you think, bro? That question.
I mean, being from New Haven, I feel like New Haven is no offense to
Don't start.
Much offense to Bridgeport.
Don't
No,
start now.
I just feel like being from New Haven, you feel like you live in your own
Port
world.
stand up.
That's right.
Like you have, we don't really acknowledge, which is not, I'm not saying it's good or bad. We're from New Haven. We don't say we're from Connecticut. We say we're from New Haven. We say you're from Bridgeport.
That's true.
That's kind of something we probably have to work on maybe.
I think it's everywhere though. Like
No,
if you
of
in
course.
Georgia, right? If you're not from
People say I'm
Georgia,
from Atlanta.
you'll say you're from Atlanta until you're a Georgia head. You're like, okay, what's Fulton County?
But what city are you really from?
Right. That's
Because
true.
everybody's from Atlanta, right?
Right. Until you're a Connecticut head, and you're like, okay, New Haven, Bridge. No, what side of town? You from East Side, West Side? You know, so that resonates too. I looked out here a little bit too for college. I stayed for Albertus Magnus.
Okay.
That's where I
And
got
that
my master's.
Albertus Magnus, and I learned a whole New Haven tradition life. And I said, you guys got it shaking out here. The party was partying. I said, oh, I want to be a Delta so bad, but I couldn't because of basketball season, you know? So it was bumping heads with the practice and stuff, but I want to be a Delta. Then you guys have bar hopping out here. They still have the bar hopping going on. It's like a very, I would say, traditional state. It kind of gives me a little bit of Philly vibes, but it's not close quarters.
Got our own culture out
Yeah,
here.
your own culture is very vintagey a little bit, but you guys still get it popping and shaking. I said, oh, New Haven got something going. And I remember I first started my basketball, and they kind of try to haze me a little bit. I'm from Bridgeport. All the girls from New Haven, they big body girls too. They, big body Bentleys. I was much smaller, so I was a little bit nervous, and they was giving me a little hard time. But they saw I could really hoop, and they said, okay, I'm gonna fall back a little
Now
bit.
you back in the
Yeah,
fold.
but they was giving me that hard time. I was like, hey, we're teammates. But they gave me that little, New Haven, Bridgeport kind of love. And I said, oh, snap, mama, hold me down. But you guys get it grooving out here. There's so much talent all across the board,
One other thing I think about New Haven is we have everything.
Y'all do.
New Haven's we got all kinds of food. We got
the best
everything
food.
you want.
I don't know.
care
We
what
bump head with the Jamaican food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That rock-
Jamaican.
Yo,
But I give
Yay.
Jamaican, I give them that props. Their food
When
is
you
good.
go to, you come to Bridgeport, where you go to?
Yargo, I think it's called.
Okay. What side of town is that?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. I was thinking the Jamaican food, we kind of bump heads. New Haven got some food, but y'all don't know.
Nah, but I'm just talking about
Hartford got that for real though. Hartford
everything.
got that Jamaican spot though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
yeah,
everything.
Hartford for sure.
I'm talking all kinds of
We
food.
got a melting pot.
Like we got
Y'all do.
everything down here, and that's. Like I said, I travel a lot, and when I come home, I'm like, I'm going to New Haven. I'm gonna get me some Thai food, or I'm gonna get me some Peruvian food, or I'm gonna go get me some, empanadas or whatever.
Dominican food,
and I know,
yeah. It's very diverse. It's very diverse.
Big time.
It's very diverse. And you got people coming all across the world coming to New Haven for the
pizza.
schools.
For pizza.
For pizza, or just for the
Crazy.
schools, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So you got a whole bunch of jambalaya out here.
Segway, Pizza Wars, New Haven, coming soon.
Well, I think you said New Haven has the best pizza, no? For
Supposedly.
Supposedly, it depends. It depends. New York got some pizza too, but it kind of gets you going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? I got things to do. I'm in the city. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to go out like that. So Marblehead explores experiences like you mentioned that we all are experiencing. You know what I mean? Fear, instability. You know what I mean? Losing control. How did New Haven's own struggles influence that storytelling for each and every one of you guys?
You want to start first? Oh, I'll start.
Start with you.
So, it just represents everything that we talk about in this film, and everything that this film represents, which is struggle, chaos in your life if you have no control over it, and just fighting. And New Haven we always had to fight.
True.
I mean, my mother was a Black Panther.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
My mother was in the 1970s. I was born in 65.
Okay.
So I remember the Black Panthers. They used to have breakfast in New Haven for kids.
Wow.
And so, and I'm not saying this on a black and white level or race level. I'm just talking about having to come up and see these things and understand what the value of them was, what it brought to my life, and what made me as a man. And so when we shot this film, I always kept in the back of my mind that I got to represent where I'm from.
Yeah.
And show the strength and the character and the personality of the city, because I think it's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How about you, director?
Repeat the question again.
Sure. How did New Haven's own struggles influence the storytelling? So I want you to kind of make it personal
New
to you.
Haven's own struggles. Oh man.
Where to start, right?
Yeah, where to start? You can make it personal too. You make it personal or general, how far you want to go with it.
Just trying to just survive and have a normal, like,
normalcy.
You know what I'm saying? Just always working. I worked at a hospital for 15 years. And it wasn't until I started to travel more, got and put faith into my craft that I can do more things, So as far as giving me like strength, it's like strength of, would you say anything one more time?
Normalcy?
No, as far as the question is.
The question was, how did New Haven own struggles influence the storytelling?
So it influenced me to just to really what's the word I'm looking for?
Keep fighting.
Yeah, to make sure we create a product that's worth showing the world and people will love,
Yeah.
So,
and also to make it relatable. 'Cause although we're talking a lot of Connecticut talk here, this is not just for Connecticut heads. This is for everyone who are entrepreneurs, who are looking to establish this foundation into film, into creating anything. If this is, if it's just, hey, I want to go ahead and write a book. I want to go ahead and do small story time on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just getting yourself out there. This is really a chance for us to display our gifts, but to influence others, to inspire them, to say, hey, you don't got to be like Jeff and Jay-Z and have all the bucks. But hey, if you have the gift will get you the bucks, and you guys put our heads together, put our gifts together, and guess what? Now we got something that no one could take from us. And we could build on that. Not just here in Connecticut, but also throughout the world. Like you said, you got people in Japan hitting you up, Australia, Italy, whatever the case is. This is what happens when you use your gift. The world will see it. So this is very important for us to have these talks, not so much to boast what we're doing and who we are, but to display who God is within us, and that's very important. And on to you, Mel. What was your take on that?
So what did New Haven teach?
Yes. How did New Haven's own struggles influence the storytelling of the script?
I would say just learning how to survive through anything, pretty much. Coming up in New Haven, it could be, I don't know. I'm a little older, so this era was, I don't know about the young guys, but my era, I feel like it was a little rough. Mm-hmm. And working on the film, we react to pressure, it doesn't affect as much as others. Like,
yeah.
We don't really fold under pressure.
Yeah.
That's something that I would say I learned for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that tells a little bit too, like you mentioned, we're not folding under pressure, right? Because the pressure is there. We wake up every day, a bill in our face. Good God, child is hungry. We got people on our emails, work is knocking on our door, so it's good to find, off camera, we're talking about peace. Right. We were saying, well, what you want to choose? You want to choose the money, the bag, or you want to choose the peace? So what you guys feel about that? 'Cause I'm not going to lie. I want peace, but that bag, I'm not going to hold you. I can do a couple of days with that bag. So if you guys had to choose one or the other, peace or the bag? Because the bag could kind of buy you peace. And the peace can get you a little bit of that bag. If you had to only choose one for the rest of your life starting today, what would it be?
I'd take the bag. Yeah, I mean, I actually, because I actually thought about that.
Go yard.
No, I thought about it, and I was like, you're right. You could buy peace with if you got, but it depends on the bag. Depends on how much the bag is.
Yeah.
I'm talking a bag. I ain't talking.
So what's a bag for you? And
$5 million. That's a bag.
A bag?
Yeah, $5 million.
Annually.
No, I'm talking about, you said how much.
Flat rate. Flat rate. $5 million.
I can
make things
listen.
after
I
taxes.
can be gone.
Okay.
I'll be doing.
Think about it. After taxes, flat
$5
rate
million.
for the rest of your life.
$5
They give you $5 million. You straight.
I'm good.
Okay.
Because I don't live out the money I get.
That's facts. Okay. And then also too, you already you lived your life, so you don't gotta do all that.
Nah, my life is just beginning.
What you mentioned, you want to retire, right?
Yeah, but this is to my other life.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, excuse me. That's
I'm
facts.
just talking facts.
That's facts. I like that. What you got over there? What you choose? Peace or that bag?
I always say peace.
Okay.
Everything, right?
Peace is everything.
But like we was talking earlier.
It's that button
it's
there.
a balance, you know?
But she's not giving us that choice, man. That's the thing.
It's the matrix, the blue
take-
pill or the red pill.
I mean, you say you could buy peace.
Some people believe that. I don't know if it's true.
I don't-
People believe they could buy peace. They believe it.
It's a lot of rich people that off they selves.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Yeah, but there's a lot of rich people that got a lot of peace too,
They
brother.
got a lot of peace. A lot of different pieces too. They got a lot of different
They
pieces.
got a lot of
You know,
peace, man.
Pieces on the
Jumping off the
side.
building,
You know what I
off-
mean?
I mean, those are those
That's
but
life
poor
too.
people too.
Yeah, got people in the backyard
yeah,
doing
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So much for 95 not too long ago. But
I'd rather be going through therapy with a bag than going through therapy without one.
Oh my God. From the noodles of that steak.
Now
You
you
know
say
what
you
I
could
mean?
disappear real quick.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, oh man, damn.
That's we get back to we
Choose
get,
one. Choose one, man. Come on, boy. Choose one.
say it with your chest.
Peace or money. But peace come with money. I want peace. Give me
All
my
right,
peace.
there you go.
You
All
ready
right,
to sing?
peace.
Give my peace.
All right, so but we're gonna say like it's old school. If you had no bag and you just living your life and you say, God,
Hey, I
give
could
me
be on
two
the farm
options.
somewhere by myself. That peace.
That piece, okay. The bag ain't there though, but you got that piece.
No, yeah.
See?
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The,
can buy
the
the
bag
piece.
ain't there, but you got the piece. You got the piece.
That's a tough question.
That's the
That is a
what
that's
you
a
got,
tough
Mel? What you
question.
got?
If I can answer my own way, I'm going to say purpose over everything.
There you go.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if it comes with the bag or if it comes with peace, I'm ready for my purpose. Whatever
There you
it
go.
is.
But if you had to choose piece
She not letting
or
us
the
off.
bag though,
She not letting us
which
off.
one you think purpose
can't
would
spin it.
come first? The
If I
bag
had
would bring
to-
the purpose first, or that piece would bring the
Nah,
purpose?
because if you chase a bag, you lose your peace. I feel like if you chase your peace, the bag will come, like C said earlier. I feel like the bag is going to, like right now, what we're doing is going to bring what we need, but we're not chasing it.
True.
We're
That's
doing,
true.
we're just putting out quality product. That's it.
That's true. So it sounds like what you're saying is peace.
Yeah, I'll say peace.
Okay, you getting for that piece. PPP. Well, you didn't do peace. I would say
Well, he
for
got
me-
the bag, so
He got the bag. All right, we good.
We good
Right.
now.
I would say for me, I always want peace in all things, right? Peace surpasses all understanding. I prefer that. But at the same time, that go yard is not. I want that duffel too. You know what I mean? It looks good to look over the fence and be like, hey, that's me. So it's really a place where we like where you want to live. I want to live in that bag, or I want to live in that peace.
It's very personal.
It is.
It's a
It
very
is no
personal
right or
decision.
wrong answer, to be
No,
honest. There's no
absolutely
right and wrong answer. It all
Absolutely
depends
not.
on what works for you. You know what I mean? What works for you. So what do you guys hope Marblehead shows young creatives in New Haven or just in the world, what they feel like they can leave the city to succeed? So what do you guys see this film doing, influencing, inspiring young creatives in general?
Well, if anything does well, it's going to inspire people. It's not going to inspire everybody. Of course, you're going to get some people that look at it and be like, that's just status quo. What's going on? And you're going to get some people that maybe look at it a little deeper and be like, wow, that really touched something. So I just hope it touches the right people.
Do you think it's a little bit of everything in it for everyone?
Absolutely.
Let's say, hey, I didn't grow up that way, but I could watch this and
100%.
still be like let's keep it 100. Some of our important Black films. What's really a very popular Black film that you would
For me,
just name one off the top?
Malcolm X,
Malcolm X.
Yes.
Okay. And why do you think that reached the masses?
because it was needed at a time where people were feeling a certain kind of way that they needed that push to show, yeah, we are somebody too.
True. And it displayed the raw truth and the honesty, right?
Absolutely.
No matter how cute or how powerful or how ugly it is, it's what it was.
That's right.
That's what it was. Popular Black movie film that comes to the top of your head.
Popular Black movie film. Let's watch. Wow.
It's so many. I know it's so many. I'm looking at my archives right now, like what I'm thinking.
What's a go-to?
My Malcolm X, I watched.
Now, Malcolm, right?
quite
You Black Panther. You grew up raised. I'm more comedies. I like them, don't be a menace to
Harlem
society.
Nights.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I love comedy. I love it.
You said important Black?
It's
just a film.
popular. It's popular.
Popular.
That comes to mind and why?
Or just a film,
How-
Black
yeah.
film that you liked.
Right.
I like. I could watch Life all the time.
Live, with
Comedy.
Eddie Murphy and
Martin
Martin
Lawrence.
Lawrence,
Life.
Sheldon Martin, yeah. What's a popular scene in there that got you? Bernie Mac, eyes to Pepe.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. I love it. He's top 5. Bernie Mac's top 5.
For me, that's so many scenes. I didn't realize that was Rick James
What?
until like years later.
That he was in the film?
Yeah.
Rick James in the film?
Yeah.
What scene?
He what's my man name? Spanky. That's Spanky. Spanky is Rick James.
I don't remember.
No.
Look it
We
up.
gotta look that up.
No, look
Put
it
it in the
up.
chat. Put in the chat. Rick James was
Rick James is in the film.
I have never heard. I never seen or heard of that. Rick James.
Yeah, man.
I didn't
He
know
must
that.
have had a low
They was
haircut
moving
or
the
something.
booth
Yeah, he
for-
must
they was
have had a
moving
It
the
low.
must not have been high.
Yeah, he was high, right? He had that Prince outfit on or something. Yeah.
Next time you go back and
It's Rick
watch it, you see
James.
Spanky. Like, oh, that's Rick James.
Yeah. Charlie Murphy. They said they was fighting each other. And they made up. That's a whole different story. But
All the good
but
guys
what made that stood out for you though? Life. What made life stand out for you?
Life, because things like those stories, even though it's a comedy, stories like that really happen, was never told.
Facts. Yeah, that's facts.
You know? So that's another thing I like about film. Sometimes you can convey a story that was never told, but you could tell it's
real.
Yeah, it's real. It
It's
happened.
real. It's kind of like what you guys, your film, right? This is real story, true story. You, of course, a little bit, extended and, but this is an actual true life.
Right.
And he's making it entertaining for the masses. You know what I mean? So you may not have it going through what I went through, but guess what? You're going to watch it and get something from it. You know what I mean? So what's a film that stood out to you? A Black film, and the reason why?
Okay. I mean, I grew up watching, the only Black film I could think of is Spike Lee. It was like
Spike Lee got him. Spike Lee got him. Now, he ain't known just going to Knicks games now. SpikeLee is the man. He's the man.
That was
the right
most
thing.
known
Spike
film
Lee is the man. That's true. But he has so many.
Yeah,
Which
we
one
just grew
stood
up
out?
watching him.
Which one film of Spike Lee is like
I'll say Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing. Yeah, Do the Right Thing. And what was the reason why it stood out to you so much?
Just
doing the right thing?
I mean, it was a political, I guess you could say, semi-political, conscious movie.
True.
Yeah,
But which
I
one was
guess-
Do the Right Thing? That's the one they was like on the
From the pizza place.
Oh,
when
the
they were-
communities,
Yes.
they came together, and
Yep.
to be honest with you, that's why I think I love. It's a little off topic, a little bit about me, but I love basketball so much because it brings communities together. People who have lived on different sides of the towns, the country, different cultures, backgrounds, and we coming together as a team to really win in life. You know what I mean? That's why I think basketball resonates so much with me. Not so much because I play it, but I really see how it could be a great foundation for everyone. You know what I mean? For everyone. Same with like production,
Right.
filming. You guys all come from different places of life, but you guys what? One goal. And within that one goal, as you're trying to reach it, you look like, yo, you really a dope person. Oh, you got something that I don't have, and you want to tap in. Now you become brothers, sisters, family,
Right.
blood, without actually being blood,
Right.
But for me, I grew up very musical. We watched everything music. The Raisins. Remember the Raisins back in the day?
Dancing Raisins?
The Raisins, yeah. We watched the Goofy and the singers. We watched all musical. Michael Jackson, like he did live concerts. So for me, I love The Wiz.
Oh.
The Wiz.
I saw that on Broadway.
Oh, The Wiz is
With Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie
Way back in the day.
Mills, back in the day.
Yep, on
But The
Broadway.
Wiz is legit. And if you watch it now as you're an adult, you understand things much differently.
Yes.
As a kid, you're looking at entertainment. You're looking at it now, you're like, oh, I didn't even get that. That's
Yep.
dope.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't grasp that. That's awesome, And I love that how The Wiz brought so much art. The film, that production was amazing.
Right.
From the beginning to the end. It had fashion in there. It had music in there. It had great acting in there. It gave you a little bit of the political as well. If you got really in depth within it, it's very political as well. But I love The Wiz. The Wiz will be my go-to, hands down. And shout out to Richard Pryor as well. We didn't know that he was actually The Wiz till later on, but shout out to Richard Pryor as well. So, director. You carry, of course, the creative weight of this project, right? And the emotional weight of honoring your father. How did carrying those responsibilities really shape the film's tone and the visual identity?
Well, helped shape the tone of the film by it just gave me an edge to I got to create something that's memorable, something my father would be proud of. You guys know that, really?
Yeah. Was he also in film as well?
No.
No.
He used to always enjoy my work, though.
Yeah.
A lot of my father always bragged about me.
That's awesome. The biggest cheerleader. We got to have it in our own camps, for our family as well. Do anybody else in your family do a lot of this, I will say, film production, directing?
I don't think so.
How did you pick it up?
I always liked creativity, so I always wanted to get a camera.
Yeah.
And this was years ago, back when it was camcorders. I always wanted to get one. So one year I bought a camera, and then I just started filming me and my friends.
How old was you at that time when you first brought your first camera filming?
Brought my first camera was at 20, 24.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just bought my own camera. Started filming us. And I used to put together like videos.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere me and my friends go, unbelievable things that happen.
Yeah, like this is we get lit.
So I'm like, oh no, you gotta see this. This really happened. Like we was,
Yeah.
So I just always film us and then put together like footage so we could watch later.
What kind of activities, if you don't mind sharing, what kind of activity you guys was doing?
Man,
Y'all
we was turning up, boy.
Yeah.
we in the
What y'all was doing?
hooded spots. We everywhere.
Y'all was doing everything.
We traveling in different cities. We everywhere, just showing just our lifestyle and just us having fun.
That's
It started
wonderful.
with that,
Mhm.
and it transitioned to music videos, and just vlogging, like just showing our day in the life.
Yeah.
Just having fun doing the things we're doing.
And do you do a lot of the, I know you mentioned Smack a lot. I was talking about Smack Off. You guys are into like that rap battling life as well. You do a lot of recording.
Yeah, I love Smack. I grew up on Smack.
Yeah,
I met Smack like
DVDs.
5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to any events?
Yeah, I went to one.
Do you record them? You do a lot of back-scene production for them?
No, I just went to the battles. One of the battles.
Okay.
And it was.
Who was battling? Who was battling?
That day, who was battling that day? This was, what year was this?
Cause there's so many. We have a lot of local rappers too, right in our backyard.
Man,
QB.
It's a blur. It's a blur because we was in there for hours.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. It be like
in
that.
A small,
little
concrete area.
Mhm.
It was crazy. It was real tight in there too.
You filmed that?
No, I didn't film it. I was just in there
okay,
enjoying
okay.
the battle.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. And also, too, for the writer here. So screenwriting in Marblehead feels like what people under real pressure go through. How did the economic anxiety in New Haven influence the writing? So how did the economic anxiety in New Haven influence your writing and direction within this film?
Well, without giving too much away.
Give us a little bit, though. Give us a little tease. Come on.
I'm going to answer. I'm just saying, as far as the story,
Uh-huh.
the big bangs in the story, what people would do when they're under pressure, like you realize how far people go when they're desperate.
True. That's
That's something you see in reality that helped me understand these characters and what levels they'll go to them.
True. Did you have to get into your own bag too, kind of tap into your more personal, or do you, like, how do you get your creative direction? Sometimes do you feed off your family, or like, my friend went through that. I ain't gonna put their name, but that was some drama though. That was some tea. How do you get your direction, your pool, creativity?
Definitely use personal experiences, but I try not to be too personal to where I'm writing what I know, because I know everybody else has a different experience. I don't want to always see myself in every character, because it's not for that.
Okay.
Some people have their own personal experiences.
It's kind of like that 50 Cent Power, right? He has a bunch of them, right? And I think some of it stems from his personal background, but
Definitely.
but then he'll make it too personal, like regarding to his intake. But I do believe that actually helps push some of the storyline, right? Like you mentioned, you don't want to get too personal, but I want to still share my story, right?
I think every story has some realism to it.
You gotta have it. You gotta have a little bit of real.
So
you know what I call that?
Yeah.
Seasoning.
Yeah.
A little bit of that
Spice.
adobo, right? That Lorry's. I need a little bit of that seasoning and
Adobo,
adobo, like that Lorry's. You know what I mean? Cause black and salt and pepper is good, but you want to make sure you get that Lorry's in there, the onions, the real ting, as they say, the real ting, the real ting. So Marblehead blends a surreal tension with real world fare. What creative risks did you take that you knew might challenge viewers, but mattered too much not to include?
So we try to stay as kind of, I would say, neutral in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a couple scenes like at the end when we had when PB had to smack that lady up.
Ooh, who gets slapped?
So no, there's a scene where it gets a little violent.
Okay.
And there was some violent kind of, scenes, but it wasn't like the violence you see on TV or like, people blowing brains and stuff out like that. And so I really had to ask the actress and, the people in the audience was like, hey, are you guys cool with this? Because this is going a little bit farther than what we normally do.
Yeah.
And so, we had to be cognizant of are we going to get sued later on because of
Yeah, true.
So you always have to kind of make sure you get everybody's buy-in and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. If this is too much for y'all, we can scale it back, or we can, bring it farther if we want to. So
or find someone else and say, hey.
no, well, we wanted the people that we had.
Good,
but
good.
we wanted to make sure that they were cool with it.
True.
Because it has to come off authentic. It can't come off like, the person is gritting his teeth and it just comes off wrong.
So how's the scenes when they slap? Are they really slapping each other? Is they really like face, hand to face kind
You'll
of?
see.
Okay,
You'll see.
yeah. I gotta see that.
You'll
I gotta see that. So if your brother or father could see Marblehead today, the story, the team, the impact, the full zhush, what do you think he'll be the proudest of?
I want to answer this. So my brother was like my right hand. He was, we grew up together. Like I said,
Was he your older brother?
we were about a year apart, a little over a year apart. And so, but we had this kinship that was like, he was like my protector. This dude was nobody to mess with. And one thing I always remember about him, he always had my back.
Yeah.
Always. And and I think he would look at this film and he would say, y'all did it right.
Yeah.
Seriously. And so, again, this is his namesake right here.
Yeah.
And now he's my nephew, but this is my brother at the same time. So he would be proud of his work. He would be proud of the writing. He'd be proud of the whole thing. And it's too bad that he can't be here, but we're going to make sure his legacy is honored correctly.
Yep.
And he would be proud of this whole project.
Yep.
Yes.
And to kind of put it back onto you all, what would make you proudest? Starting with you, director. What makes you the proudest of this film?
Make me the proudest of this film? Oh, that we was be for me to take the book and create a film out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like out of the norm of the type of projects it was a challenge. So when Jeff presented the book, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is different,
Right.
But we can definitely do something with this. So I was like, all right, let me hit my peoples. I was like, Mello, would you like to be a part of this project we got going on? And it was just, all right, now we read the book and now we see it on screen. It's just like
surreal.
Yeah.
Did you guys bump heads at all? How was that table read and now all that, the creativity coming in? Really. You guys like, hey, I ain't with that, or that's fly, we could change this.
Oh, we did that.
Let's hear that. Or not bump heads. We kind of like, hey, this could be better, or this could be great, or just leave this in. How that look when you guys were at the table?
Well, from writing it and then Jeff doing his editing, I don't know if some writers get offended, but I appreciated somebody like Jeff who can give me another perspective and be firm about it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't worry about if I'm offending you, he worries about if it's the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's like, you have to come in humble and be willing to work with other people.
Facts.
Like that's the only way it's going to work.
That's true. That's true. And what makes you the proudest? If you say, hey, this film I worked on, what makes you the proudest about this film?
That we saw it through. Because I think there's other filmmakers probably that have created things, put their time and effort and never finished it.
Right.
Like I've been a part of other projects. It's an idea, but we never put it into action.
Put it to action.
So I think putting things into action and seeing it through, that made me the proudest.
And that's the biggest part too, not just starting it, but finishing it.
Yes.
Life be life, and let's keep it a buck.
Yes.
Life be life, and you get a kid, you get a new job, you move out of state. Life be life, and so it was a great thing to see that you guys actually stuck to it. It took you 3 years to really do the full, filming side of things, but you guys are here today.
For me, it was the evolution of watching us work, of the whole. I used to say, damn, we're getting good at this. No, seriously. I used to be like, there was a confidence that was exuded and it was transferred. And that confidence also went to the actors who trusted us.
Yeah.
Because, we would tell them something, and I'm no director. This man is the director, but I'm like, yo, Cease, what about this? What about that?
Yeah.
And then he'd convey his thoughts, and we'd talk about it, and then we'd be like, let's try it. Without, there's no ego. There was no, I'm talking to you as like, I'm financing this. That never came into play because I saw the value of these men as a whole team. Not that I was like, hey, I'm this dude, I don't care about that. My whole goal was completion of this project. From soup to nuts, from just getting it done.
Yeah.
And, we're 99% done, but I want, I'm a stickler,
Yeah.
and I drove this man crazy. I'm still driving him crazy, but he gets it. We don't argue about nothing. It's like, hey man, why don't we try this? And I go home. I wake up in the middle of the night, and I'm writing, and I'll call him. I'll be like, yo, why don't we try this?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? And he's with it. And that's what you want, and that's why he's going to go far.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
this is also a testament to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Their work. They're putting that work in and being able to transfer their vision, what they see, how things got done. This wasn't a one-man band. This was a group.
Absolutely. You got to have a team,
That's
though.
right.
You can't do it all. Because you mentioned, too, I think over the phone, you had someone in Cali helping assist you.
That's right.
What was her name?
You talk about as far as assisting me with what? You mean as far as...
it's about the Hollywood, and she's telling you about,
my girl, Terry. Terry C. Yeah, Terry.
Shout out to Terry.
Yeah. So Terry's a 35-year veteran of Hollywood.
Wow.
And now mind you, Terry told me she don't really mess with people.
Really?
No, but she saw my script. She saw the script.
How did you get it to her?
She's a web designer.
Oh.
So we all was vying for the same thing. But not that I didn't want to give you that job.
Yeah. But she's a vet. She's a vet. Get Terry.
But you have to look for the distribution afterwards.
Okay.
So she knows all those avenues. So I wasn't trying to use her for something else. I was just like, it's an evolutionary flow.
Yeah, it made sense. Mm-hmm.
But she gives me pointers. She's teaching me things about the business, about the distribution side. And she's the one that mentioned to me, she said, Jeff, why don't you do this as a pilot instead of doing it as a series off the bat so you can send it to festivals so people can look at it. I would have never thought that on my own. I would have been like, I want the series out because I'm done.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So closing this, what role do you guys want Marblehead to play in establishing New Haven? I'm going to put Connecticut. So we're Connecticut. We're family, right? So what establishment, in Connecticut as a long-term creative hub that you guys want Marblehead to play, not just for this project, but for future filmmakers, writers, artists, creatives? What is the actual, I would say, establishment you want to play?
I want it to be successful. If it's successful, like I said, you have to have wins in order to get winners.
True.
So if this is a success, and we can establish ourselves as a bulkhead here in Connecticut and New Haven, and people, you attract what you give out.
True. Yeah.
So I want to give out that attractiveness so they come and be like, hey, I know you guys did this film. Can you help me with this? And then to almost get your own little stable.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And for you guys,
I think it could be a template. Something people can just go back to and see, all right, what did these guys do? How did they create this? Like, it could be a blueprint, for any upcoming creatives.
Absolutely. And how about you, Mel?
He said the exact same thing I was going to say. We like basically an example for people to see and then see the growth, because this isn't the last project.
Right.
We went from this right to another, and we're planning on hopefully go straight to another.
This is a series, right? It's a series, right?
Yeah.
It's a series.
Yeah. So just seeing the example and watch the growth, and this definitely won't be the last of us.
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to have you guys here on the Colette Show. And also tell us, the premiere is coming up in August, right?
August 6th, Bijou Theater at 6:45 p.m. Tickets on sale, Bijou Theater website.
Right there in Bridgeport. You guys have the address?
It's on Fairfield Avenue.
Yeah, Fairfield, downtown.
I can't remember where it is, but Bijou Theater, it's the oldest theater in America, active theater. I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And is it a black tie affair? How should we come
listen,
dressed?
I mean, the grown and sexy is cool, but if you want to come, just come to support.
That's it. That's it.
Just make sure you got some clothes on. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Come to support. You said August?
August 6th, 6:45 p.m.
August 6:45 p.m. It's the premiere. And also share it on the website, to the website and your social medias.
Yes, it's www.marbleheadtheseries.com.
Perfect.
And at Instagram, same, Marblehead The Series.
And we also have it right on the screen as well for you to click. And also your individual socials, how everybody can connect with you guys and follow your dreams and your visions. And
for me, through the website, through the Instagram for me.
Okay, which is?
Marblehead The Series.
Got you.
Yep.
Daryl Bellamy 9 on Instagram. Film Department on Instagram. Yeah, those are my two.
Awesome, Mel.
I'm sorry to say I'm not on social media.
You will be soon, though.
I
We'll
will
get him
be
up
soon.
there.
He will be on there.
For business purposes only.
Awesome. But your information will probably be on the website as well,
Yes,
right?
yes,
so
yes,
so
yes.
you'll also find him somewhere on the website.
And if you need to contact them, you can contact them through actually the website as well. Just there's a contact form if you want to get in touch with either one of these brothers. And I'm telling you, we got some professionals here, so don't sleep on these guys. They do hellified work.
Amazing gentlemen. I will be there August 6th. Meet me there at the Bijou Theater. We will be there for the movie premiere. I'm excited, and thank you guys for coming.
Got to get tickets before though.
Yeah.
They're going fast.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.